Welcome to Papyrus Plans. I'm Tasha. Ready to create something beautiful? Let's dive in.
All right, so let's put that to the side. All right, let's see what is next on our list. Let me find my paper. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. All the way over here. Okay, so I did what I weathered, what's blooming in my life. So now favorite quotes and poems, and then guilty pleasures underneath that. Okay, so that's the sheet that got stuck to the other page that I'm going to try to fix. Oh, it's got another flower. Forgot to add. Put that there. Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. I love this. That is cute. Okay, so favorite quotes. Oh, that's over here. Okay. Where's it at? Oh, it's on this one. Favorite quotes, lyrics, poems, and then guilty pleasures or things that brought me joy. Actually, I think I might do that first so I can see how much room I have. Because this is going to go in this little jar here. And I created these little candies to tuck inside of this. So I'm going to cut a slit. Wait, is this the right side? Yeah, it's this side. Okay, so I'm gonna cut a slit here, and then I can fill this with candies, and same thing as this side. I'm gonna put a bead of glue here at the bottom and here, and then just have the middle section be there. So this will be there, and then favorite quotes will fit up there. So I think, I think I'm gonna need to do this first so I know how far. I'm gonna bring it as far down as I can. And for this, I might use, let's see. I don't know if this works on vellum. I've never tried it on vellum. It works on plastic, fabric, glitter, beads, trims. I mean, it should, but you know what? I might get my Aleene's clear tacky glue. Let me get that. All right, so this is my clear gel tacky glue. Still another all-purpose adhesive. It's clear, obviously dries clear. Clear. It's non-toxic. I don't know, I just feel like this might be better. I mean, you know, vellum is always tricky. But again, I think I'm gonna put a bead of glue around the edge. No, oh wait. Before I almost got excited, you guys. I gotta cut this first. There is a certain order of operations here. And actually, let me get my gyro cut. Again, turn it this way. And I think I'm gonna leave like 1/3 of an inch clearance on either side so that I have room for the glue to go and make sure that it's fully adhered. So let me start maybe right here. And I'm pressing quite hard because this is vellum. And again, I'm gonna go about 1/3 of an inch from that side too. So I have that little slit there, okay? And I try to do it on the other side of the black lines just so I feel like it looks a little nicer. I don't know. And now let's glue. Okay. And let's do it like this so it doesn't get messy. Again, I've never used this on vellum, but let's try it and see. And the bulk of my glue will be on the bottom because, again, I want to make sure this fully adheres. So on the bottom, I'm super generous. On the sides, not quite as generous, but still enough for it to adhere. So I'm doing a strong bead of glue there. And then trying to put it as equidistant as possible. Okay, and let me get my bone folder. Because this is vellum, so when wet glue is on it, it does want to curl, but wet glue is going to be stronger, which is why I decided to use wet glue. Because I've used double-sided adhesive, and over time it will peel up. So, just FYI. Ooh, this is like taking the color of, from the printer off. Hold on. Boy, I need to get like a Q-tip or something. Let me see if I can find something to wipe that up with. Well, I don't have a Q-tip, but I have a clean napkin. Let's do that. around the edge. Oh my goodness. Okay, and let's, you know what? Let's put this underneath it just to be safe. And oh my God. Well, this is so strong. I think it's like pulling it up. Maybe I shouldn't have used this. Maybe I should have used the Elmer's. Aleene's is strong glue, but I did not expect that, I must say. Trying to use the edge of the napkin just to kind of get some of the excess glue. Whoa, it's like eating away the vellum. What the heck? I hope I have a bowl left over to put candies in. Okay, don't use this with vellum. It's too strong. It's like way too strong. Oh my goodness. I know this one wouldn't have done that. Oh my God. Why did I try something new? Well, hopefully this, like the bottom, I can see is like trying to eat it away. I'm trying to push it down enough so it can adhere at least. I mean, if I'm going to go through all of this, at least let it adhere. So I'm kind of like using like a dabbing motion because as you can see, it's like it's trying to eat away at the vellum. Oh my God. Please release glue. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna rub anymore because it's like, it's literally causing the material to like melt. And I think I might glue some of this down. Dare I try? Ugh, yikes. Gosh, I wish I'd used this. You know what? Let's see. If I tear it, then I can. All right, don't freak out, you guys, okay? I'm going to cut this edge here. And I think I'm going to glue this down here since I have this slot here. Okay, don't freak out. No, this is scary. But it's going to work. Okay. Then I'm going to carefully bend it back. Again, it's vellum, so it's very brittle. And I'm going to put the tape runner on the top part. Okay. And let's do. Trying to be as careful as possible because I don't want it to rip. And then bend it back in place. Like that. Okay, let me take the skinny side. Tiny little sliver that doesn't want to get back in place. Come on. There we go. Try to use my bone folder to push it down. Okay, I put a little bit of the tape runner over there so I could smush it. And then I'm rubbing the excess off. Wow. Okay. Do not use this with a vellum because it's trying to, like, it's so strong, like it's clear, but it was starting to literally eat away the material of the vellum. Wow. I did not expect that. That was crazy. I mean, it's really strong. Like it has a great adhesion, but it's like eating away at it. So I would use tape runner or this. I just remembered, oh, I have this clear, Aleene's that I haven't really used this yet. I thought, oh, that'll be kind of cool because it's clear, but yikes, not so much. Okay, now where's the lid to this? Because I want to make sure I put the lid back on this thing. My goodness. Let's see, how long does this take to dry? It doesn't say. So I'll give this like a good 10 minutes again before I try to put anything in here. And we're already past the 15-minute marker for these, so I can test it. So I'm going to reset it and give that at least 10 minutes to dry. So now we can... Ooh! Like, look how easy that was. I was worried it was going to rip, but it didn't. Oh, that is awesome. You guys, I love this. That's cool. So those little Velcro strips work. Like, it's strong, but you can easily lift it. Because my other Velcro dots, they're strong, but they're really hard to keep in place because they're so heavy. That worked really well. Love that I did that. Okay, so that way that keeps that tack down until I want to lift it and write in it, or lift it and reread what I wrote. So that's nice. Okay, cap. Let's see if I can find this cap. There it is. Whew. All right, let's put you back on. Snap that into place. Yikes. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Oh no, wait, I gotta do top part. Okay, maybe by the time I finish the top part, that will be dry, hopefully. Okay, so titles. So guilty pleasures are things that brought me joy. Let's see, where can I put that? You know what, I might put it here because it's like all melty right here. Or do I want to do like this? Maybe I should wait till I do the top part. Let's see, I don't know. How tall is the tallest one? So about right here. So I have this much to decorate. Okay, just trying to get a sense of how far I can put it in. Okay. So for this one, let's do maybe favorite quotes, poems, or sayings in the middle. As close to the middle as possible. That's good enough. And hopefully this sticks. I might have to, again, this is the one that got stuck to that other page. I might have to tack this down. I think I'll add a little bit of tape runner to the middle of it just to make sure it stays. And maybe to the bottom. You know what, let's just do the whole thing. Because I can feel the stickiness of it, but because it pulled up, it's acting a little crazy. So let's maybe do this one over here. Pull it down slightly so it's not running into that. And then get my craft scraper. I'm going to try to smooth this out as best I can. Oh, that's not bad. And go over it with my bone folder because it's heavier and it has a smoother edge. Ooh, that worked well. Okay, that's great. Love that. Love it when a plan comes together. Okay, let's do this one over here. And then this one in the middle like this, in between the two. Okay, that works. So now I know where I have space to put this title. So I think I might do this one like this on the side here. Ooh, that's a little too close. Bring it down just a hair. Maybe right there, just so it's not running into that box. Okay, that works. This is still wet, so I'm gonna let that do what it's gonna do. Meanwhile, I think I'm gonna do the backs of these, because these are the other ones I printed on sticker paper and then realized that I didn't need to. So I put it on cardstock and then fussy cut them. And then I went back over it. I added some of the clear pops of color to these two. And then for this one, I added the yellow pearlescent color of the pops of color, the red version, pearlescent one of that, the blue version, and then the yellow version again. So I created, when I turned them over, I thought, okay, these look a little plain. Like the backs of these ones don't bother me because again, I want space to write. But for these ones, I created just the little tails of the little candy that you twist off. And I thought I would add it to these. So this is the purple one. I just gotta figure out which side is which. Wait, is that like this? Or like this? Hold on, maybe it's easier to do this. Yeah, this one is this side. Again, I have a small outline, so it's not gonna be perfect, but just enough to kind of know that, oh, that's a piece of candy, you know, on the other side. I thought it would be nice to kind of have that. just so it doesn't look quite so plain. Need to get the angle on this one right. Let's do it like, there we go, like that. You know what I mean? And so that way I can still tell, oh, isn't that a cute piece of candy? And I can write over here. So I like that. I think that turned, I'm glad I did that. I almost didn't do that, but then the more I looked at it, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should add the backs of them. And I'm like, if I don't use it, I don't use it. Let's see. Okay, this one is the little twisty piece. And then this one goes like this. Yeah, okay. So that's that one. Okay, this is the orange one. This is coming together, you guys. Okay. Let's see. Just trying to follow the shape. This one. Okay, this is this one. Okay. The offset on this one is a little bit larger. Again, I cut the not chipboard, but the cardstock ones by hand after I applied the sticker paper. So they're not as exact as they were before I had to do that. So trying to get, I must have cut off almost all of the offset on that one. There we go. Just so it kind of fits in that little area. That's cute. Like that. Might trim some of this off. Just so there's less of an outline like this side to kind of make it more consistent. Okay, so we got the yellow one and the red one left. Let's do yellow. The good thing is one side has this little twisty action, so that makes these a little bit easier to figure out than those ones. So I can just find which side is twisted and then put it on. Okay, like that. And then this side goes over here. Isn't that cute? I like that. Okay, let's do red. Okay, which side is the twisty one? It's this one. So this goes here, which means this one goes like this. Yep. Trying to get the angle right on this one. Like that. Okay. Might cut some of this off. It's a little bit too far into the candy. There we go. All right, so I got all the candies done. And again, these I'm just gonna leave blank. So I have enough room to write on these. So I got little gummy candies and gummy bears and gummy worms. And then the different variations of the hard candy. Okay, let's see. This is still wet. So I'm gonna put this to the side. So it's been almost 10 minutes and it's still wet. So it's probably gonna take 20 to 30 minutes to fully dry, I think. So I'm going to, let's see, only got one sticker left on this, so I'm gonna use this one because it's shorter. And do like that, just so it doesn't get stuck to the other side of the page. Okay, now let's see what we have next. Okay, so next are things I want to erase and then letters to myself. So for this one, I thought, no, things I want to change rather. I had the idea of using erasers because I have some Happy Planner stickers with erasers. I gotta try to find them. I think it's the one, the sassy one. Okay, here it is. Now I do remember this has erasers for sure. I mean, yeah, erasers. I think I've only used one or two. Of course, I thought I had Suns, but Hopefully I remember correctly on this one. I know I've had some suns somewhere. I don't know what happened to them. There they are. These I'm going to use. And I think I'll do the same thing that I did on the other one. Or maybe I could even make some little pockets. I might do that. You can see that 𝐈𝐍𝐶𝐔𝐈𝐑𝐈𝐄𝐒 warped my paper a little bit. I know wet glue can do that, but like it's still wet. like I think because it was eating away at the vellum, and hopefully it dries in time before all the vellum melts away, because otherwise I'm gonna have to do this again and maybe do it on cardstock instead of vellum, because I wanted it to be clear because I wanted to see the paper, the candies, but hopefully that works. I don't know. Gosh. All right, I'm gonna take this off because I'm gonna use this full sheet, and I think I'm gonna clip this like that so it stays in place. All right, now let's move this out of the way. Save that for later. Trying to figure out how do I want to do this. I might do little flaps like I did on the other one. Yeah, I think I might do that. Okay, so let's get the title, and I think I'll put it in the middle since it's at the top, or as close to the middle as I can get. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. That's close enough. Let's see. A little crooked. Let's see if I can fix it. If it lets me. Just kind of angle it downward ever so slightly. There we go. Okay, just trying to think of my options, but let me find the rest of that gray cardstock. And let's see, maybe put 4. Again, kind of representing like 1 per quarter. Let's see, I've got oops. Let's see, do I have any scraps that might be big enough? Yep, this is big enough. Might as well save where I can. Let's do oops and oopsie. See if this one fits. Yep. So I got scrap for that one. Let's see. I got one more scrap. Let's see. Is that the only one? Do over and fail. So I get one of each. That just fits. See, I wonder if I can squeeze one in over here. Ooh. It's not quite wide enough over there. Okay, so let's see if I have another scrap somewhere. Ooh, I think I do. This one. Let's see what fits. Ooh, that just fits. Okay. You know what? Don't have to cut into this one. That's why I kept it. Actually, I dug it out of trash, but, you know. Potato, potato. Okay, I'm just going to cut around these. Fussy cut completely around that. Now, I can't throw this away because it truly is a scrap now. I use what was left over to my advantage. Actually, you know what I might do? Just had an idea. The ideas are flowing. I'm going to look at my teacher sticker book and see if I have like a little mini pencil cup, and then I can put that on cardstock, create a slit, and then put these inside. Wouldn't that be cute? I think I might try to do that. That just came to me. I mean, this is why I plan it as much as I can, but some things you just can't account for, especially when you make a mistake. And when I made a mistake, I was like, you know what? I don't have the bandwidth to figure all this out. I'll figure some of this out when I start doing it. But you get to see me problem solve in action. And sometimes I think that's helpful to see how someone, even as seasoned as me, makes mistakes and how I can kind of course correct. Because sometimes mistakes happen. Just because you aren't thinking about the full story, you know, you aren't fully considering everything. I mean, it just happens. All right, let me get my teacher book. And let's see. I have Wild Journey Teacher, but I don't think that has anything in it, but I'll pull it just in case, but I don't think it does. I think my new teacher book has everything. And what is that called? Abstract Silkscreen Teacher. I can never remember. Man. Some of these Happy Planner sticker book names are bit much sometimes. Okay. This is one of my favorite sticker books. Now, I know I used one on a spread I did earlier this summer, but I'm hoping I have another one left or something else similar that I can kind of turn into a pencil cup. Because that would be kind of cool. And I might even use some of these accessories on the side. Ooh, love that. Or I could just use like a box and maybe have it come out. That's so big though. I love that though. If I can find something, like maybe even something like this. I might do that if I can't find like a pencil cup. Because I know I used that one large one that I had. I don't know if there's a second one in here or not, because I don't remember. But let's see. Maybe there's one on like a sticker. That would be helpful. Let's see. No. Okay, there's only one, and I guess I used it. Oh, there's this one. But it's still so big, though. What if I cut around it? But it's not going to give me enough space. Trying to get one of these erasers so I can use it as a tester. Let's see. Ooh. Well. Oh, you know what? Oh, it might just be big enough to go like this. Like the eraser is like inside of the cup. I mean, obviously it's not to scale, but I mean, do we care about that? Kind of don't. But can it withhold 4 of these? I mean, they're kind of thick. So maybe I would have to do a slider. I might do that. I could put it on something and then create like a little pocket for it to slide out of and then pull out. Let's see. Put this down. And let's figure out what we want to do. Okay. I'm going to keep this out because I think I will. I don't think there's anything in this one. I mean, I think this is the weird teacher one where it was like animal print. Yeah. I don't think this has like accessories, like school accessories. No, it doesn't. Okay. I didn't think it did, but I was like, let's pull it just in case my memory isn't serving. I mean, I can pretty much remember what I have, but sometimes you can't. Okay. So yeah, I think if I do a slider, that'll be easier to work with. I'm just trying to figure out how to cut this. Because it has that coffee, teach, grade, repeat. I don't really want that. So I think I'm going to cut a straight line. Well, let me do a straight line even with the pencil cup. And then fussy cut around this, giving myself a small margin around. And I'm giving myself as much as I can before I trim it up, just to make sure. And then cut this. I think I might keep the bottom. Okay, so we have that, and I'm just going to, again, even up this so it's a straight line, and same over here, basically lining it up with that, and maybe I'll cut it down to this, like that, and then I think I might go ahead and fussy cut this, and then just have it slide out over here. So maybe I don't need all of that. Okay, so let me do this first. Okay, now let's see, what do I need? Okay, so room to glue here and all of this. So I think that's a good little margin, again, so I can make sure I have room to pull it out, because you got to account for the glue. Now, do I want this orange part? kind of like the orange part. I might leave it there. Yeah, I think I will. Okay, so glue everywhere except for in the middle. That's what we're doing. I think that's going to work. Actually, I'm going to trim the back end off so I have enough. I want a little bit poking out so I can pull it out more easily. So let me trim. I'm going to leave kind of the same width on this side. So about right there. So when I glue it, it'll be like that. You know what I mean? So it'll make it easier for me to pull so I can know it's there. Okay, so that's what we're doing. It's a little thick. I wonder if I can remove some of this, or should I just leave it alone? This is really thick cardstock. Just trying to see if I can remove that bottom, the back layer off. Sometimes you can. See if it lets me. Ooh, it let me. Okay, that part doesn't really matter. I think that's a little bit better. Just was feeling a little bit thick. Okay. Just so it's not quite as bulky. So maybe do that, and then I have some accessories over here. And then, what was I putting down here again? I can't remember. Letters to myself. Okay. So then I'll have space for the letters to myself over there. Okay, I think that works. So I might use... I think I'm going to use glue, but I'm using this one. Again, I want to make sure, because this is quite thick, that it stays. And this is thick, so it takes a while to kind of come down. That's why I'm squeezing it like this. There we go. Okay. Okay, bead of glue here. And actually, I need to make sure I do the right side. Almost did this side. This side, I do not glue. I glue this side. And I glue this side. Just making sure I have it oriented the right way. Because I'm going to pull it out from this side on the right. So that's why I'm kind of constantly telling myself which side to push. Okay, so right about there. And again, because it's wet glue, you have a little bit of wiggle room. Get my bone folder to smush it down into place. And then once it's mostly down, I'm going to take this napkin and just wipe the excess glue off. It's going to clean up the edges. Again, wet glue is messier, but for thick elements, it does stay better, which is why I'm not using my tape runner. Tape runner makes things easier, but for long term, it doesn't last as long. Okay. So again, I got to let that dry. Okay. All right, let's check on our vase, our little glass bowl. Let me put this here. Okay. It's about 90% dry, and as you can see, that took about 30 minutes for it to reach this point. So I would say if you're using this, expect like an hour dry time, which I think is pretty long. But I think this is dry enough for me to put my candies in at least. So let's go ahead and do that. Gonna wedge those in there. Put in the gummy bears. Gummy worms, kind of twist it in different directions. Maybe like this so I can see the title. Okay, so that's that side done. That's really cool. I do love the effect, but I do wish I had used this instead of that because it literally started eating the vellum, which I've never had that happen before. Yikes. Okay, that is kind of crazy, but that looks pretty good. So just waiting for that to dry. So let's work on the bottom section here while we wait for that to dry. So letters to myself. So that one I'm going to create a little pocket. Let's see. So I created these pages, and then I printed on sticker paper. This is another one I forgot to print on cardstock. And then I just, I use my 𝐈𝐍𝐼 to run this through to get adhesive in the back to put it on some decorative paper. So that's what I did. So this is basically 2 thin sheets of decorative paper. So I have 4 little mini notes, and let's see, what are these for? I can't remember. No, these are for something. Let's see. Got a little pocket that I created. Gotta find it. Okay. So I think I'll use this one. Kind of goes with this one. So I made this little pocket, and I already have the double-sided tape on the 3 edges. So I just I just drew this by hand, and just printed it, and then I hand foiled it, and then I added double-sided tape. So the shape I just kind of digitally drew. So again, I think I might do maybe something like this. Let's see, I might have to trim this. Is this big enough? Well, it should be. If necessary, I can trim that down like 1/8 of an inch and just have these tucked in like this. So this will be vertical, and this one is sideways. And actually, I might add a little, I'm using my 1/2 inch circle punch. And the reason I have my name on this is because I used to go to scrapbooking meetups just so I wouldn't lose my supplies. I lost a lot of supplies because I didn't have my name on things. So some of my things I started adding my name to. And I'm just going to put it in the middle, more or less, halfway. And then punch. Okay. So it'll be sticking out about right there. So let's go ahead and get that stuck down. I'm trying to think, should I do the gray? Maybe I should do the gray. Because that's purple. Maybe I should. Okay. Maybe I'll do this one. Just kind of looking at it and trying to decide. Okay, same thing. Put it in the middle. More or less in the middle. And then punch it. Okay. Yeah, I think I will use this one. So this is a pocket that I just made on my computer. And then that's just one I did just now with you guys. Okay, so I put the bottom edge down, and I'm using the dots to kind of help me line it up. And smoothing it with my bone folder. Then I'm going to fold in the sides and push them down at the same time. Again, push it down hard with my bone folder. Then I'm going to go in with a small edge just to make sure it's fully adhered on either side. And this one, you don't have to wait for dry time because I did use double-sided tape. And I think I might have to trim off, like I said, about 1/8 of an inch. And I think I'm just going to eyeball it. And just check to see if it fits. There we go. That fits. Okay. Same thing. I think all of them need about 1/8 of an inch cut off. Again, I'm just going to eyeball each one. Okay. All right, those all fit in there. Throw these little tiny little scraps away. And while we're waiting for this to fully dry, I mean, almost. Actually, if I thought about it, I would have notched this too. I don't think I can get this in there. Yeah, I should do that first, just to kind of make it easier to get in there, but we'll work with it. Okay. Now I'm going to use some of the teacher decorations at the top here. And, oh, let me put in my title for, there is letters to myself, different things I want to talk about. I think, again, I'll put it in the middle here. There we go. And just add some decorations from the teacher sticker book. And I might even pull, let's see, this Wild Journey Big Teacher, because it has like some little notes. I might add some of those. And maybe even some encouragement. Never forget the difference you've made. That's kind of a nice one. Like that. And I think I might try to add, and I think there's like some little notes in here somewhere. It looks like notebook paper. I might have used them all, but see if I can find some. Oh, like these. Let's see. I might use another one somewhere else. Let's just do that for now, and then add in some accessories. So add in some scissors and one of these pens at least. See what's on the next page. Let's see. I may not want to have that go over. I think this one and then the gratitude jar. I think that'll be fine. I just was trying to decide if I wanted to have it come over because sometimes it may not go with the design, but I think that's fine. Let's see. Maybe add one of these little clips. I'll white out this little section here. Where that animal print was, and just put that there. That looks kind of cool. I like that. Let's see. Maybe some push pins. Pink and orange. Let's put maybe the pink one up here. Ooh, I might not have room. I could do it like this. Or maybe you know what? I think I'll put a paper clip there. Maybe I can do a push pin here. Oh, but that's orange. Okay, hold on. Maybe I'll do a green one. Then I can see it. Yeah, since that's orange, the orange was getting lost there, so I'll just use green since I have green there. And let's see, any other accessories? Something over here, maybe. Might use this other pen. And maybe have a paper clip like that. Like that's holding it up. That's kind of cool. I like that. Okay, that's pretty good. I think that's done. And let's see if we can put these in yet. So we got oopsies, fail, do-over, and oops. So 4 things I would change. Okay, so I have that sticking out again, so I can kind of grab it. So I guess I could have left that other edge there. Yeah, you got to kind of think about the allowance of glue, but I just wanted to make sure I could easily pull it out. So I think that's fine. Okay, so those 2 are done. All right, so that's done. So let's work on the gratitude jar next, because that's going to take the longest to dry. And I might use tape runner for this because I'm kind of scared to use wet glue. So I don't think I need any more accessories from here. Or, oh no, I was going to do, what was I going to do? The books I read in a year. So I think I'll do that here. So books I read in the year, I think I might do here. And then gratitude jar. So I think I'll do this over here with my goals. And then year in reflections. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So let's get the sheet with my books on it. So let's see, books in a year. might do this in the middle and then have the books everywhere. That might be kind of cool. Okay, so I've read and listened to, because I got into last year listening to audiobooks. Audiobooks really are my favorite. I do prefer to read like physical books or ebooks, but certain books that I wanted, for example, for my library, just weren't available in that format. And so some of them were only available in audiobook format. So that's kind of how I got into listening to audiobooks. But again, I do still prefer physical books or ebooks. And I've read all of these except for, again, I'm doing this early, so I added 2 of the books I know I'm going to read to finish out for the year. But I've read or listened to 10 of these already. So I'm going to kind of put these in the order that I've read or listened to them in. And I read a series by Sally Britton, which was kind of fun. Lighthearted historical romance. I finished that series this year, and I've already added some other books that she's written in other series to my list. I never really was into reading series, but I really like the series that she writes. Again, it's lighthearted and was easy to read or easy to listen to. The narrator is a good narrator. I do think that makes a difference. Because there's some audiobooks I've listened to and I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, no. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to fit all of these. Maybe I shouldn't have did it like that. Hold on, let's do the bottom first. Because the books are bigger. I wasn't thinking. And the other series that I read is the Irish Village Mystery Series by Carleen O'Connor. And I've really enjoyed those as well. Okay, I'm going to cut off some of this offset just so I can make sure I have enough room. Should have did that on the first one. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm just putting down stickers and not even thinking about if they're going to fit. I hope they do, because if not, this is going to be real interesting. They should, but not when I did it like that. I shouldn't have did it like that. I was kind of being playful and wasn't thinking about spacing. So now I'm trimming off the offset just to make sure I can fit as much as possible. Ooh, and I can't fit 4 in a row. Ooh, yeah, I definitely got to move that because that's taking up too much space. So maybe I'll do it like this. And see if I can pick this one up. Put it in the middle, since I can't fit 4. That means I can only fit 6 down here. Okay. I should have planned this better. I might have to shift everything down, but I'm like, can I move everything? That's what I'm concerned about. But I think I might have to try in order to make sure I can fit everything. I'm trying to find my tweezers. Let's see. What did I do with my tweezers? Okay, let's grab another set. Oh, they're there. I was going to say, I'll get another one. I just put it down. I'm hoping that they come up. Ooh, that one came up real easy. Can I get the other ones though? I'm just thinking I might need to really make sure that I put these as close as possible to give myself enough space up there. Ooh, thankfully these are peeling up pretty quickly and easily, and I hope I can do that with those. So let me trim off the offset on this one while I'm thinking about it. And just stagger it slightly, just to give it a little bit of interest. Nothing too crazy. Okay, this one. Yeah, Irish Farm was next, I believe. Let's see. Maybe I should put this down first. The last one. Like that. Irish Farm in the middle. And we've got the Irish Garden. And then the last book of the year, which will be an audiobook for me. Because that's the format it's available in. Again, I want to make sure I can fit it all. Let's see. Trim the bottom flush. Okay. Oh, I brought that down too far. Dare I try to lift it again? Trying to line it up with this middle one. And the bottom one. Like that. Okay. See if I can lift this one up so that they're all lined up like the other ones. I mean, as close as I can. There we go. That was not quite as noticeable. And again, I think I'm gonna put this straight like that. Okay, now I've got to make these straight again so I can fit the rest of these. So again, hopefully I can peel these up. Pray that I can. I'm gonna move this. I wonder if I can fit that reading quote I was gonna add. Let's see, I may not have room. There's that reading quote in here. Reading is dreaming with your eyes open. I would love to be able to fit this, but I don't know if I can. I mean, if I bring it into part of the book, maybe. So I'm gonna kind of lightly put it down. And this is here. If I cut off all of the offset as much as I can, so I can bring it all the way to the top. I think that'll help me save some room. I mean, let's just try and see. Bring this all the way over. So I can always put this like this, or maybe move this over. I might have to move this over. Okay, let's get this last one just so, again, I can figure out placement. I think I can fit it. I might have to be a little bit creative. I think I can do it. Let's see. This is the last one. This is this one. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna put this down though. And this one goes here. Okay, so I got all the books down. Now I just gotta figure this out. To have room for this and this. So can I put this in the middle all the way up to the edge? And then do the quote over here. I think that might work. Ooh, we did it. Okay. That was a bit of a challenge, but we made it work. Okay, and I'm smoothing everything down. That turned out well.
That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay inspired and thank you for watching.